this workshop that we will post it on social media. So other people will be, can benefit from the information in this workshop. Also, another important point, we will be talking about career planning, but this is a general career planning advice. It's not personalized advice. And for more personalized and customized advice, you have to seek a professional, and all decisions you take based on the information that we will exchange in this workshop is your responsibility. So let me first introduce the speakers and the university. So Windsor University is a licensed American university for post-secondary education from HELIC. HELIC is the Higher Education Licensure Commission. The university offers high-quality academic education using the latest technology. We provide convenient and affordable accredited programs to empower students worldwide to lead in the labor market. So our goal is to deliver a quality online education similar to the traditional education, facilitating the exchange of knowledge and experience between instructors and students. So our guest today, Dr. Wael Hussam. Dr. Wael is a strategic management and HR expert, executive coach, and international business consultant. He is currently pursuing a PhD in business administration and holds an MBA in HR management. He's also a certified project manager professional, certified in Six Sigma and lean thinking practitioner. And humbly, I will introduce myself, your host. I am Hanan Awad. I am an Egyptian-Canadian business consultant with a mechanical engineering degree from Ain Shams University. I hold 2 master's degrees, one in business administration and one in planning. And I'm also a project management professional, PMP. I'm also a professional in business analysis, in quality management, and environmental management, and in risk management. With Windsor University, I'm the Vice President for Applied Research, and I also faculty member focusing on project management. So welcome, Dr. Hussam. I'm so happy to have you today. And not only today, for 3 sessions.
Hello, Dr. Hanan. Thank you so much for this introduction. Actually, it's unique as usual, eminent as usual. It's my pleasure, of course, to join. And I believe that this topic is going to be one of the most important topics that leaders and future leaders would love to listen to. And of course, I would encourage people to have paper and pen, like you said, and apply what we were going to say on their responsibilities, but they have to apply.
Yes, yes. I'd love to start our conversation with a quote for Thomas Edison. And I would like you to share what comes to your mind when you listen to this quote. Thomas Edison said, if we did all the things we are capable of, we would literally astound ourselves.
True.
So what do you think?
Me or they?
We.
Actually, from my point of view, it happens every day.
Yes, we have potential, and we are capable of doing so many amazing things.
But Actually, we are actually from the HR point of view and from my experience in management, I've seen it like 1,000 times, like thousands of times actually. I've seen people do miracles. I've seen people who thought that they are helpless,
Yes.
but with a little bit of encouragement and confidence, they do miracles. I've seen it a lot.
Yes, I'm so happy that you mentioned encouragement, because in some cultures, we don't receive enough encouragement, whether in the family or in the larger society. And especially the young generations, I feel that we are so harsh on them. Thinking that, they are, as you said, helpless, useless. They don't know what to do or even how to think. But also from my experience, because I worked with so many from the younger generations, I feel that they are capable of so many things and they have potential. And as Thomas Edison said, we have immense potential, especially when we are thinking of career planning. So don't be shy. I'm talking to everyone now. Don't be shy to set ambitious goals. Don't be shy to believe in your potential and take proactive steps to achieve them.
So true.
Yes, yes. And if one quote is not enough, I'm including another quote. This time for Paul Meyer. Paul Meyer said, "Success is the progressive realization of predetermined, worthwhile personal goals." So
How amazing! How accurate!
yes,
I would love to thank you so much for these two quotes. Actually, the one for Paul Meyer, it is a predetermination thing. It is a progressive work to be done like on daily basis. It is personal goal setting. This code alone, it has like 5 or 6 dimensions we can talk about like for 3 hours each.
yes, yes, yes.
It is amazing.
Yes, I also love the hint in the quote that success is a journey. It's not a destination, it's a journey. And you go through this journey, and it's a journey of fulfillment. It's very important to, when you think of your career, when you think of your personal goals, seek fulfillment. Fulfillment is, much more deeper. Happiness is usually temporary, and fulfillment has a meaning. As you said, Dr. Wael, we need focus, we need discipline, we need persistence, and setting goals. This is very important. And I can add that these goals should be worthwhile goals that include some personal goals and some career goals.
True. And I would like to add something here very quickly. It would be great if you have purpose, goals that are larger than the career goals, the life purpose in life. That will help you to achieve like fire. You're going to be fired to achieve.
Yes. I love this. And also, the purpose and the goals have to align with our interests and strengths and values. So in many cases, as individuals, we don't know actually what are our values, what we value in life, what are our strengths. So it's and also the career development. It's a continuous learning journey, and it's a growth process. So it's a process, steps. And again, we need focus, discipline, and persistence, because you will find yourself, you know, you need to acquire new skills. You need to gain practical experience. Also, very important, you need to adapt to changing circumstances around you. So you need to have all of these, ideas and elements in your mind. Okay, so let's talk about successful people. And of course, our speaker today, Dr. Wael, is a representation of successful people. And I believe that you have met so many in your life.
Well, thank you so much for describing me as a successful person. Of course, thank God, I believe that I am a successful person. And the most important thing that I believe that I have so much more to do. I'm 48 years now, and I feel like I'm 25. I have so many. Yes, actually, I have a lot of goals to achieve. I have a lot of ambitions. I know that I have, like great achievements to do. I have a legacy to leave. I have an impact to have in this life and to change the world around me. I know that, inshallah, in God's willing, I'm capable of doing that with the efforts of the people and teams that I work with.
Mm-hmm. So what makes successful people successful?
Well, let me tell you from the practical experience, it's not a large thing. It's not a secret.
Mm-hmm.
Or let me tell you that it's a secret that everyone knows.
I love this. Yeah.
When you ask any successful people, and this is a very good thing to do, to chat with successful people and discuss it with them. How did they achieve this? You'll find that they have like a routine. Mm-hmm. What we call a routine. This is basic thing, they have like a discipline. They mm-hmm. follow like religion. Mm-hmm. Consistency and persistence. Mm-hmm. And let me get back to underline the word routine. Mm-hmm. Generally, people hate the word routine.
Yes.
While the fact is, you need to have a routine first, then try to minimize it. Try to be more efficient in this routine. Mm-hmm. But you have to have a routine first. Mm-hmm. If you're going to ask any one of the richest, wealthiest, most successful people on planet Earth, you're going to find that they have a routine, certain routine they do every day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Of course, I believe that one of the most important thing is reading, mm-hmm. reading, learning. There is a Chinese proverb that says, if you don't read for a week, your soul gets dry.
Oh, it's the first time I hear this, the proverb. If you don't read for a week, your soul
gets dry.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I bet, as I know that you're a good reader, I've heard so. When you read, you find topics to discuss, you find new ideas to explore.
Yeah.
Either at home, and this is a very important dimension, mm-hmm. Is for people to enjoy life at home, so they can, of course, do a lot at work.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And our next meeting, we will talk about a personal strategic plan and finding this sweet spot in work-life balance. So I encourage everyone to join us in 2 weeks for our next meeting. So I love what you said, and I would like to emphasize the importance of routine and having discipline, because this is effective time management. This is prioritization. You are prioritizing your life, and this is very essential for setting and achieving goals promptly, efficiently. Also anticipating potential challenges, and also developing contingency plans so we can adapt to the changing circumstances. Especially the past few years after the pandemic, it was evident that nothing is set in stone. Your life can change immensely in just one night.
True.
1 second.
True.
So having a routine, it's not about rigidity. It's about creating flow in your life.
True.
And managing your time effectively, and prioritize your life also effectively.
If I may interfere or add a bit in this point, you've mentioned a very important aspect, that uncertainty is the friend of everyone now.
Yes.
Uncertainty should be the friend of everyone now. Change and the ability to embrace change is a very important aspect in people's personalities. And let me ask you this, doctor. How can you embrace change unless you have a growth mindset?
Yes. 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 A growth mindset is very, very important. Of course, the concept of growth mindset emerged in around 2004 with so many research done comparing two different mindsets, the fixed mindset and growth mindset. So fixed mindset is saying, I am like this. This is my personality. I will not be able to change. I was created this way. And this hinders you from trying different things, even exploring your own strengths and skills and capabilities to reach, different horizons. So yes, the growth mindset is very important. And right now, even organizations are adopting growth mindset.
True. Actually, I've been saying this a lot recently, that guys, it all boils down to your thoughts, the way you speak to yourself, the way you every day say to yourself, I can do this, I can change, I can adapt, or I'm rigid, like you just said. Of course, embracing change is the golden rule for people who would like to grow. Because you know what? I've just heard a very important quote or example like a couple of days back. You are not getting the same treatment. You are not meeting the same father and mother from year to another. They are changing every year. They have different burdens. They have different challenges. They have different physical state. They have different ambitions. So if me and you are brother and sister, we're not getting the same parents.
Mm-hmm.
They are different through the stages of their life.
Mm-hmm.
So haven't you ever met that like the older brother gets some like strict treatment, and the younger one?
Yes, I am the older daughter. So, and also I was a female. I'm a female, and in some cultures, parents are more strict with the girls.
Yes.
Yes.
And so you can now reflect on this example. Parents are not the same through the years.
Yeah.
So if I would like to grow, I would definitely have this growth mindset and embrace change and accept change.
Yes.
This would lead me to how to utilize opportunities, how to receive opportunities, how to see the opportunities. You know, one of the most important lessons that I received in my life, I was in secondary school, like I was 15 years old or something. I met this teacher, Mr. Ahmed Abdurazik. He is an art teacher. And I remember him like every day. He taught us a very important lesson that humans are creatures in need to see beauty. We are in need to see how life is created lovely around us, brilliant. You know, this alone gave me the opportunity to see how people act in smart way. How do they do kind things? You know, how the clouds move. How you can see a tree that is organized or implanted in a different or unique way. This is how you see opportunities, my friend.
So allow me to share a story quickly. When I started my career, as quality assurance engineer, young junior engineer. And then I moved to another country and I joined a consulting company. I was in the sales team. You know, my role was to phone HR managers to sell our training.
Whoa.
Yes, because we were providing training as well and other services. And one of the departments was the quality management system and environmental management system consulting. And I went to the manager of that department and I asked him, I want to join your department. And he said, no, you are so young. My consultants are 50 years old plus. I cannot, take you in my department. If you will join my department, you will act like a secretary.
Okay.
I said, okay, I agree. And he said, you will type. I said, yes. You will print. I said, yes. He said, you will prepare PowerPoint presentations. I said, yes. So of course, my title was not secretary, was consultant assistant.
Okay.
And I was doing all these things, but I was eager to learn everything. And
I bet.
Questions. So I always went to him with questions. Why we do this? Why we write this? What the meaning of this? How we apply this? And then I started to ask that I attended their meetings.
Okay.
So in 1 year, I became assistant consultant. So from consultant assistant doing, admin work to assistant consultant. And in 5 years, I was managing a department.
Whoa.
So,
it's a very good example, actually.
Yeah.
But let me also add one thing on this. You know that I'm an HR guy. I've always believed that secretaries are key to organizations.
Oh yes, I do.
They are the I've always looked at this position. They have to be like superheroes.
Yes.
They need to understand a lot of things. They need to know a lot of like data analytics. It wouldn't cross the mind of many people for secretaries to know like data analytics or so. In my mind, secretaries are like the pre-decision making step before.
Yes, they are the gatekeepers, by the way.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to emphasize the notion of proactivity and initiative. You know, so many professionals, they are shy to show their interest of something more. And this is very, very vital for achieving our goals and progressing toward a fulfilling and a successful career. So you need to be proactive, you need to have initiative, in addition to adaptability and ability to navigate change and uncertainty, as you said. Because right now, everything is uncertain.
Yes, actually, let me ask this question: how can I be a proactive professional, like currently, if I'm 25 years old and I'm seeking to plan my career? How can I be a proactive person?
The first thing is find opportunities for learning.
Very
Be
good.
sponge, you know, absorb everything and anything. Invest your time and your efforts. Right now, when you are young, your currency is actually not money. Your currency is time and effort. I was talking to my students, and I say, now it takes me longer to absorb information than I used to be when I was 25 years old.
I'll give you a nice story about being a sponge. About when 2008, I met this friend of mine in the HR diploma when we were meeting. He was a fresh graduate, and he used to ask everyone around, would you advise me? Would you please advise me? Give me an advice. You know, he used to do this all the time. Like every time we meet, he does this with many people. You know. Then when I spoke with him, he told me that I want to be a sponge. I want to learn everything. I want to learn many things. You know. Let me tell you, this sponge man, like 3 or 4 years back, you can search him. You can look him up. He received this fund of $25 million for his startup.
Yeah.
Like 3 years back. He's a youngster, he's 30 some, and because of being a sponge, he's learned a lot, and of course he radiated this to community and he's doing a great job actually.
Yes. This is very good.
And
yeah.
I would like to add actually to this proactive notion. How can I be proactive? In my mind now, professionals need to be out there online. They need to have the personal branding subject in their mind. They need to be to show off, like not show off in a bad way, but to show their capabilities, like on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the professional network now.
Yeah.
You need to show off your efforts, man, your capabilities, your work, how you do things, how you can solve problems. You need to show off with what you can do.
Yeah, we can call it humble brag.
This is it.
Yeah, we are sharing our achievements. We are sharing, even if you are reading a book, actually sharing that you are reading this book and these are the main takeaways, it will show me as an employer or maybe potential business partner, because, okay, you read, you synthesize, you can communicate your ideas.
True.
Yeah.
You can think, you can analyze, you can learn, you can apply. You know, like with this very, very simple example of reading a book and briefing people about it, you show off a lot of capabilities just with this very, very small example.
Yes.
What else can I do to be proactive?
I believe also communication is key. as you mentioned in the example that you shared with us, that professional, he was communicating with everyone, asking questions, seeking feedback, expressing his ideas. So in our lives, we do networking all the time. It's not that we do networking when we join a networking event. Right now, we are networking. I have so many names, and later, if I see these names on LinkedIn or social media, I will be interested to click and see what they are doing in their lives, you know? So communication is key.
True. And let me give you this example. Who's the person who's always encouraging people to communicate more? John C. Maxwell, I bet you've heard of. John C. Maxwell is the idol of leadership in the world.
Yes.
He's always encouraging people to communicate. Leaders communicate well. I'm totally with you that communicating effectively, and the word effectively, of course, needs to a little bit of emphasis.
Mm-hmm.
What is effectively, guys? Effectively is guaranteeing that the message is delivered right and the desired outcome is achieved.
And also, while we are at the point of communication, it's a skill, and this is good news. It means that it's like a muscle. The more you train it, the more you will enhance the performance of the muscle. So the more you communicate deliberately, and the word here is deliberately. So when I was, early in my career, presentation and public speaking became part of my job as a consultant. I have to go to meet executives, to explain, so I was rehearsing my presentations in front of mirror over and over. Later, when things became easier, videotaping yourself. So if you are a shy person, or if you are an introvert, or maybe you have an accent, or you dread public speaking, start with small steps. Just videotape yourself for 3 minutes. Prepare a presentation for 3 minutes and present it and see yourself. And after you see yourself, delete the video. And do this every day. I was working with a young engineer, and she was extremely shy, extremely introvert. And I told her some tricks. Don't look people in the eye. If you have some distance, you can look at their foreheads.
Okay.
Yeah. So because she was intimidated by eye contact.
Okay.
And videotaping herself over and over and over, and within a few months, she changed.
Okay, I bet that would change a lot. Very good tip, actually. I will try to use it.
Yeah.
I will try to use it. Tell me, doctor, about resilience.
Oh, you tell me. Well, the word resilience comes because I'm a mechanical engineer. So actually, it comes from metallurgy. It's a quality of metals. Okay. So if you have a rod and you have a force on this rod, and there will be some deformation in the shape of that rod. If you remove this force, the rod will bounce back.
Okay.
So the more resilience this metal has, the more ability to bounce back to its initial state.
Okay.
For humans, also we need resilience. And even now, we talk about resilience when we talk about ecosystems, when we talk about society. So, and there are some statistics say that we face some setbacks every 6 months. Every
Okay.
month, you will have something in your life. Maybe you are sick. Maybe someone important in your life sick.
True.
Maybe you get a new manager. Maybe you move to another place.
True.
So the ability to go back to a normal state after a setback, this is very important. And again, I can go back to the pandemic. During the pandemic, so many people got depressed and they thought that life will never be the same. We have lost human touch. We will be confined to our homes and so many things. But collectively, as a human, we bounce back because we are resilient. Yes. Hello? Hello, Dr. Wael. We lost you. Dr. Wael? I think there is something with the connection. So I'm not sure. So please raise your hand if you hear me. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I will continue until Dr. Wael join us again. So we're talking about the traits or qualities of successful people, and so let's go back to the main purpose of this workshop, which is career planning. So what's the definition of career planning? What is career planning? So career planning involves deeply understanding your strengths, your interests, and your values to cultivate a fulfilling career. So you need to explore various career options. You need to build a network of professional contacts, enhance your skills, and adapt to market changes. When you take these steps, you can make informed decisions about your career, find job satisfaction, and create a sense of purpose and meaning in your work. Remember, Dr. Wael was talking about have a purpose, not just a goal. You should have, yeah, yes. Oh, you are back. Okay, yeah.
I'm back. I don't know if you can see me or not, but I'm
Yes,
back.
we can see you now and we can hear you. Yes.
I'm sorry. It seemed that I had this hiccup. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So right now we are digging deeper in the notion of career planning.
Great, I'm following. Great.
Yes. So for me, career planning starts with self-awareness. So what's the starting point in your point of view?
Well, let me tell you that actually it's amazing. People, I myself, let me tell you this event. When I was 25 years old, I had this like a freezing point. At my birthday, 25th birthday, I had this freezing point. I was just thinking, what did I achieve so far? What did I do in my life? 25 years have passed, have flew by, and what did I do? When I had this shocking moment, I had to start reflecting next day. I started reflecting on my life, on what I've learned, on what are my weakness points, what are my strength points, and this, echo inside me kept lingering all the time, going back and forth.
Mhm.
Then I met this person whom I thank so much, till now. He taught me how to write down my reflections, my thoughts. He taught me to start doing the SWOT analysis
Mhm.
for myself, of course, and writing down single thought that I think about myself. He
Mhm.
told me to ask some of my friends about my strength point and my weakness point. So what do I do good? What do I do bad? What I'm not corresponding to you? What would you like me to be if you're proceeding with me in a challenge? I kept asking some of my friends about this, and the most important thing is to ask some of the people who hate you.
Oh, wow.
That was a game changer. You know,
Yeah.
that was a game changer on many aspects of my life, because I had the courage to go and ask people I know they hate me,
Mhm.
and to communicate with them in some, like, they were amazed, they were astonished. Are you
Mhm.
asking me about you? Yes. It's an awkward situation, but it I can tell that it changed me forever.
Mhm.
I'm unafraid of facing or being frank with anyone, even the people whom you know that you're not so much team players together, you're not so much friends. I've learned from that point that I can work with everyone, whether we like each other or not.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's very important, to be a team player with people you don't like. It happens every day, and you
Mhm.
meet people that they don't like you.
Mhm.
Then, when you get to know yourself, when you get to know your strength points and weakness points, the next thing is you need to work on your strength point first.
Mhm.
In my mind, it's not the right approach to work on weakness point first. You
Mhm.
need to work on strength point, um, show them, use them, know the capabilities, and like the quote we've said at the beginning, we will astound
Mhm.
ourselves, and if we're doing what we are capable of.
Mhm. Mhm. I love
And
the idea that I talk to people who are not my friends, or they don't like me, or they are not comfortable working with me, because I believe everyone has blind spots. You know,
right,
yes. So we don't know what we don't know, and we don't know how everyone will see us. So this is, I believe, very important, because you might think, okay, I am jolly. I love to joke. I love to create a nice, fun atmosphere. But this could be read by some people in the workplace as you are goofy, you are wasting our times, or you are not serious.
true.
So, so this is very important to understand how people see you. And I believe this is part also of emotional intelligence.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you know yourself, you know your emotions, you can regulate your emotions. Also, you have the ability to understand other people's emotions. And the most important is to understand your impact or effect on other people. So maybe some people will be intimidated by you. Maybe you talk too much. Maybe you don't talk too much. So people cannot see the value that you bring to the table in a meeting or something like this. So I really like it so much. So yes, when we are focusing on career planning, we will do actually a SWOT analysis next time, because we will be talking about personal strategic planning. And the starting point is to have a personal SWOT analysis. And for those who don't understand or know a SWOT analysis, it's your first time to come into this term. It's your strength, your weaknesses, and also opportunities and threats in the external environment that you are in. So this is very, very important, and we will do it in 2 weeks together. Also,
Doctor, would you mind to take like two questions, a couple of questions? We have like two raised hands here.
No, I asked them to raise their hands if they can hear me or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have questions, please write it down in the messages, so we can answer those questions at the end of our meeting, because we are running out of time. So let's move. We have so many things to cover. So when should you do career planning?
Oh, oh, this is a critical question, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, when I did, I will reflect on my real life experience. No, I've done a career planning once when I was in the secondary school.
Mm-hmm.
That was an amazing one, actually, because I thought of what would I like to be, what can I do most, and let me tell you that the surprise that I've joined what I planned already. Thank God, of course, it's a blessing. Then at this very shocking moment that I told you about at 25th anniversary, I did another one of career planning. That was, like I had this major stop in my life. I need to determine my purpose in life. I need to revisit my plans in life.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do another stop, and that was an enlightening one. Then at the doorstep of my career shift, my major career shift, I had to do one more career planning, and that one was, of course, huge, because it led to a major career shift, where I lived the military life. I used to be an officer, a military officer, and I lived it at the age of 32 years old, and I joined the civilian life, and of course, I needed to think of what would I do in my life, what would I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to, of course, do the SWOT analysis and explore the possibilities, the different careers available, and of course match them together. Try to match the available opportunities with my capabilities and my aspires in life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I believe it's these are three cases. Do you have more?
Yes, actually, for me, career planning is a continuous process.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
because you are always assessing your interests, your skills, your values, and you are changing, and your life is changing. However, although it's a continuous process, of course, there are certain events or certain points that we have to say no. We have to stop. We have to focus, and we have to plan our career. So, for example, as you said, when you were young, starting out a new career, this is a point that you need to have a plan for at least the coming 5 years. So you are just entering the workforce. So when you sit down and you plan your career and write down your goals and have a plan, this can help you determine what type of job you really want, what skills you need to develop, what steps you need to take to advance in this career. Another also stop is when you are considering a career change, like when you moved from the military life to civilian life. Most of us, we will face this career change at least from 5 to 10 years. We
Okay.
experience this. Even a promotion to a managerial position after being in a technical position for many years, this could be a career change, because you will be in need for different skill set. Yes, you will have your transferable skills that you will take with you along your journey, but this might need you to go and study something else or improve your skill in something else. Or maybe you are moving to a different industry, so you need to learn about this industry. So you need to know, okay, what education do I need? What training, what certification do I need? The third one, and I can testify to this, is when you feel stuck in your job.
Okay.
When
Very.
in a career rut.
Yeah.
And actually, I faced this after a few years in a company, and I have reached the ceiling. You know, there is nothing else I can do. And I felt this. I felt stuck. There is nothing new I'm doing. I'm repeating the same things over and over. And I felt as I'm in a rut. And I was not satisfied. And I had to sit and I had to plan for my next move. I had to revisit my strengths and weaknesses and think of options to see what's going on.
I believe that this is a much needed thing now, because I'm hearing a lot about the career shifts and people who would like to change their career or their locations. I believe this is a much needed thing now.
Yeah. The last thing I want to mention, and this is sometimes we ignore, is when you face a major life change. For example, divorce, birth of a child, moving to a new city. So there is a major life change. It's not related to your career per se, but it will affect your career. And also,
let me add this, doctor. Of course, with the new technologies, which is actually taking place like every month now.
Yes.
With a new technology, you need to assess whether you're at risk, your job is at risk or not.
Yes.
Your total industry is at risk or not.
Yes.
Because I believe now we are witnessing one of the major changes in the world with this entrance of the AI strongly in the businesses. So I believe we're going to witness once again some of the jobs that vanish.
Yeah.
Some of the businesses that like instinct And of course, we're going to watch the creation, the birth of new jobs and new functions and so on. So I believe that many people now need to stop and think of their jobs and think of their careers. So to take the advantage of the new opportunity. It's not only threat. There are many opportunities ahead of us. We need to take advantage of.
Yes, I totally agree. What are some mistakes or pitfalls that professionals do when they are planning their career?
Before opening this topic, do you think that we're going to finish it today, or shall we go?
No, if they approve, we can take like 10 minutes extra. Can we take 10 minutes extra from your time?
Well, let's have a vote, guys. If you're going to raise hands.
Okay, yes, we have thumbs up. Yes, we have thumbs up. Yes. Okay. Anyway, if you have to leave because of your commitments, as I said, this is a recorded event, and we will post the recording so you can catch up this the last few minutes. So yes, let's go on.
Okay.
So the mistakes and challenges. Alex, I will post it as soon as possible.
Where?
Where I will post it on LinkedIn. At the university. At the university, Windsor University page.
Great. Well, let's see what are the challenges, the pitfalls. Let me tell you one of the most important things in my life. We agree on the lack of self-awareness. We agree on because basically, guys, human need to know about themselves. I need to know about myself, and of course, I can do this regularly. You know, like annually or every 2 years, because I change, guys. You change. You learn new things, and this is very important because, in my mind, people don't recognize the stage that they are in. They don't recognize that, for example, they are in the middle of the stage of being a fresh graduate. Well, how long would this stage take? Like, for some people, it will take a couple of years. For some people, it will take a couple of months. So you need to be aware of the stage you're in the middle of. So you can plan, you can approach the new stage. When you're really doing or having a good plan to enter the new stage. I'll take this very example to like the midlife stage. If you are like in middle management, you need to understand that now you're by approaching the end of the middle management thing, you're like 35 years old. 35 old, so you have to enter the managerial role by on purpose. Don't let yourself to be like an old middle management guy who will be neglected after a while. You need to prepare yourself. You need to be ready.
Or downsized.
Of course, or the work, layoffs and so on.
Yes.
God forbid. I believe so. Assessing the situation and knowing the current stage is a very, very important thing. Let me add one more thing. Is now it's the time to work on the weaknesses. You need, of course, as I said before, we need to work on the strength points. We need to show them. We need to master them. Then we need to work on the weakness points. Then we need to leverage them and turn them into strength points. Because believe it or not, doctor, if I have a strength point like you mentioned before, the poor communication skills, and I imagine that I can do analysis. I'm a computer person, I love to be face to face with my laptop. Then the weakness point, I work on my communication skills, and I turn it into a strength point. So with the mindset of the analytics mindset and being able to communicate, that would turn me into an expert in the eyes of my peers and colleagues and so on.
Yes.
So turning a weakness point into a strength point is a great thing to do. It's a great challenge, I know, but it's a great opportunity if you can see it this way.
Well, I summarized some of the pitfalls and the challenges that we face. I came up with 12 points, and the beauty about this is that we will share this with you. We have created like a questionnaire or a form, and I will drop the link in the chat box. So please complete this form, and it has a summary of all the challenges or the pitfalls or the mistakes that you might be doing or you have done. And we will share the results with you next in the next event. So some of the mistakes or the challenges that we might do, and believe me, all of us have done some of these mistakes or pitfalls, is neglecting an aspect of your life. So you don't take into consideration your well-being or your relationships or your spirituality or your creativity or your creative side. Also viewing planning and development as a one-time event. So you need to do this to adapt and grow. So you need to schedule intervals where you sit down and think of your life and think of your career and the prospects of your career.
May I add an ingredient to this? I've grasped this. Look, to not considering shared goals.
Oh, yes.
If we are planning together, me and my partner, my spouse,
yes,
that would make a great difference. Believe me, guys, this is an experience that I've been through.
Yes.
I've been through the cons of planning alone, and I've been through the pros of planning together with my wife. It's amazing. It's amazing to have such joint forces toward shared goals.
Yes, and also to plan or have a shared goals with your department. As a department, where we want to go, where we want to flourish, what new skills I need to acquire. So we are wrapping up. So please, I will also post that link on LinkedIn to solicit your inputs, so we can share it with you next week. So
let's leave it, doctor. Let's leave this live till next time.
Okay. So thank you, everyone. I'm so sorry that we went a little bit over time. So please join us on Sunday, April 23rd at 10 a.m. EST. And we will talk about the power of personal strategic planning. And please follow the Windsor University LinkedIn page, so you can have access to all the takeaways that we will post eventually. And at the end, I thank you so much, Dr. Wael. I'm so happy to have this conversation with you. I'm looking forward for our next conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you
so much, and thank you all of our attendees. I'm really appreciating taking the time. Yes.
I would delightfully ask you guys to leave us some comments to know how did you see the session? Was it good? Was it bad? Please leave us some comments on LinkedIn. I would like to get the feedback, actually, please.
Yes, we are keen to see your feedback about the setup, and also tell us what in the future you want us to discuss.
Yes,
now I have Dr. Wael for only 3 sessions. We want to bring him more.
Thank you so much.
Topics you want us to share with you. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day, and I will see you in 2 weeks.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.